Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good day to you. Listening to us from across the globe because we're not just on terrestrial, we are also live on our online platforms on YouTube as well as on Facebook at Melody 107.7 FM. It's another refreshing edition of From the Dailies in your dial radio station, Melody 107.7 FM, where we get to take you through stories that made it to the front pages and inner pages of legitimate Nigerian newspapers that we could lay our hands on. This Friday, the 14th of August 2026. I am Matthew Ijabiken, and of course you can call me MY for short. I'm not doing this alone.
Alright, a pleasant morning to you all listeners and viewers wherever you are joining us this morning. Thank God it's Friday and happy weekend to you all. Is the Friday edition of From the Dailies, of course, where we get to give you the details of stories making it across various legitimate newspapers, and that's why we are here again this morning. Do not forget you can join us live. You can join us via our phone call also. When it's time, we'll call that out. And welcome to today's edition once again. Israel is my name. Let's get right to it and see what the news is saying this morning.
All right, for my end there, I have Daily Trust as well as the Guardian newspapers.
I'll be taking you through stories from the Punch newspaper as well as the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
We also have the Nation as well. Okay, now starting with Daily Trust. We have the big bold one, Oshumpol, APC campaign, DJ's nephew killed, another shot. We've been hearing, a lot of killings. As of yesterday, it came out on the papers that a court party is saying they've lost up to 29 people already. Mm-hmm. And then now we are still saying, they're saying now from the other end, APC campaign DJ's nephew. As we all look forward to tomorrow's election in Osun State, and which people are taking to be like a criterion for what we should expect in the 2027 general election. So, why is it already becoming bloody, even when it has not started at all?
Well, it's a lot. There are many sides to it, and there are news flying around of the popular music bodies calling on the White House and every other person to pay attention to the election, knowing fully well that some persons are ready to make it violent and all of those things. Well, whatever the case is, I don't think whoever wins at this point I don't think any life is worth any of this to kill. And one of the politicians made mention and said they should kill any Accord party. Later on, when it became a trend online, he switched it, and we later heard he was saying, I said kill them. What I meant is kill them with votes and all of that. How do you kill somebody with votes? We are Nigerians, for God's sake. However, like you said, it's something that will make us know what is 2027 general election going to look like. Is this going to be free? Is it going to be credible? We have to see it in us. And the Accord party flag bearer now, that's the present governor, Ademola Adeleke, continues to say that he's very, very sure and is 100% certain he's going to win the election. The other opposition party, we have what it takes. So let's see what the people of Osun will decide tomorrow, and we hope that it's going to be free, it's going to be fair, it's going to be credible, and the people will be allowed to choose whosoever they want, especially those that have been who is in their mind, because different perspective to it, but we wish them we'll be on the lookout, and of course we'll give the details out right here.
Okay, well, away from that, nearly half of Nigerian households suffering job losses, and that's created to reports. Then away from that, Makinde picks ex-DSS DG Lawandara as running mate. Refineries will work again, and that's created to President Tinubu. Israel, what do you have to say about this?
Say that again.
Refineries will work again, and that's related to our president today.
We've heard that many times. And at this point, if you are telling us something that we've had oftentimes which did not come to fruition, you have to prove to us what to expect, what are the moves you've taken before I can say something will work. I've seen it, I've done something already, there is a back end to it already, and then it's certain that. So
over 3 years into his administration, he's now telling us that refineries will work again when there's no evidence.
We've heard that a lot
and before he came in, under the same party, the former president, talking of Muhammad Buhari, he promised making at least four refineries work.
Yeah.
You know, of course, the first tenure was 4 years, so we expect that per year one should be ready. And it spent 8 years. And none was ready.
Well, actually, I think the challenge with Nigerians, or generally now, because I will not specify it to the politicians, is that many times we think these things are skyrocketed. We don't research and know, make strategic or what is it? Well, line upon line, precept upon precept kind of move. We just believe that, okay, since I'm there, and most of these things has nothing to do with, well, not basically money is the primary problem, but there are systems to put in place, there are structures. There are other countries that are working out how are they generating some of these things, especially when it comes to electricity, more than us, that we are even bigger than them. But then we have to study some of these things. We have agencies or departments that are going about to research, giving the right recommendations on how to go about things. At this point, part of the argument is that, for instance, election, we are still suffering from national grid collapse in a federal system. Are we supposed to still be attached to a national grid? Shouldn't the grid should have been decentralized also? And some of those arguments and they come out of strategic research, not just that I'm ambitious, I have to say this so that people will believe that this is what they are suffering from, this is what I'm giving to them, so they have believe in me, and on the later on you have nothing to offer for it. That's just part of the argument, I think, but we should not go there this morning.
What I want to also say is that if somebody, an individual from the private sector, can make a refinery work in Nigeria,
do you know what it takes?
Then it means that federal government has much more
of course
to do.
But
they have what it takes as well.
Many times is that we are electing our officials now into some of those offices. The question is, do they have the heart to come and serve? Because initially they are meant to come and serve us, but do they have the heart to come? Now the individual seems to be more easier in a way, although not easy, but because it is profit oriented, it will do all it takes and believe that it will get its profit later. But we know what the back end looks like anyways.
Well, moving on, how 7 miners died in Plateau pit collapse. Okay, and that's the third one. Flood destroys houses in Nasarawa, Niger. Then moving on, police recover baby stolen from Benue Hospital. Arrest suspects. Okay, man allegedly kills a friend over tire cover. All of this on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. All
right, paying attention to the Punch newspaper this morning. They are referred as the most widely read newspaper. So let's get right it from above the mustard. 2027, Makinde picks ex-SSDG Daura as running mate, rallies opposition. You find that on page 8. And the bold one for the Punch newspaper is on Governor's Pool. Police lockdown Osho, DIG 30 CPs deployed. We've had information of the numbers of security that has been deployed into the state, but we hope they will do their job properly, and we encourage the citizens of Osun. One thing is that whatever decision you make at the moment, you'll be the one to bear the consequence at the later on. Yes. So be careful of the decisions you make. Don't just because of money. There was even a video that was circulating
of a man.
They were giving out rice and beans that could not even last. I'm not sure that food item can last them a week, and then placing costs and saying whosoever
for a family, for an ideal family, it cannot last them beyond the day.
Even an individual, it can't suffice, and then they kept on appreciating a course and saying this and this, if it was a whosoever collect this thing, and negative things like that, and most of this
rights sound like a privilege.
That's to show that if we can still,
and then if you are collecting this, it means you have just exchanged your birthright for this.
Hold on. I agree with the perspective you are coming from, but somebody that is suffering has no food at home. It shows the economy is very, very bad. Number one, they couldn't afford so much. Imagine the minimum wage now. How much can the minimum wage afford? In some of the things that is going on in the market, many of them have if you look at their age range, they are elderly persons. They have no other option. They can't say they want to start working laboriously. The energy is no longer there to work. The strategy is no longer there, and all of those things. So the best they could opt in for was they are giving free food, either they are causing or not. Some of them don't even have the mind of going to vote. They just want to collect that.
Something.
And these are some of the things that we should really fight against. Number one, make the economy work to the point that even politicians are not trying to get votes by using the people, what the people are lacking.
See.
It is using what they lack to woo them, and all of that's what is happening.
This makes us know that poverty has been weaponized.
Of course.
Deliberately. Understand? To exploit people.
And when poverty is not the weapon, the oil and gas becomes the weapon, and then you start seeing the scarcity of fuel and all of those things. Some of these things we should go beyond this. How do they get votes in the civilized or more developed countries? People come out to debate. We listen. Okay, what you are saying? Do you have the track record? Number one, what you are saying, is it visible? We are not just trying to let us. Is it something that is achievable? We are looking at it, and then
maybe there is a psychological reason behind it. Maybe it can be treated. Maybe it can be managed, and all of this. Because I mean, as time goes on, people will start saying, exactly.
Just like there was a time they were doing one festival, is it Oshuo, something, I've forgotten the name right now. So the festival was about that if any lady is coming out, they defile the lady. So away from that, police says 34 illegal guns seized, helicopters, drone units on surveillance across the state. That's still on Osho election. 1 killed, 2 injured as Tinubu vows peaceful election. INEC urges parties to honor peace accord. And on the 2027, Abiodun Daniel trade fresh blows over political allegiance, and that's all we have from the Punch newspaper this morning. Okay, we'll go on this quick break, and when we return, we'll dive straight into the details of the rest of the story. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.
107.7 FM. Stay cool with Melody.
This na Melody 107.7 FM.
Hey there, do you know that advertising helps to reach out to potential clients or customers, makes you visible to the globe, helps increase sales and creates massive awareness on what you do, thereby increasing your profits or giving ideal results? And Melody 107.7 FM is calling out to brands, companies, institutions, organizations, businessmen and women to complete adverts with us for visibility and recognition. Melody 107.7 FM is located at number 6 Melody House, Akintoye Street, BLT Bus Stop, Yanopaja, Lagos. Visit us on all social media platforms at Melody FM 1077 or email us at melody1077fm@gmail.com or call our marketing department on 08095111077 08095111077. Stay cool with Melody.
Of Nigeria's top newspapers to your radio.
It's from the Dailies, your early morning companion,
every Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m.
on Melody 107.7 FM.
Headlines that shape the nation, stories from the north, south, east, and west, brought to you fresh and fast.
With expert analysis, sharp opinions, and sound presenters breaking it all down clearly, smartly, and straight to the point.
Politics, business, security, health, society, nothing escapes the spotlight.
This is your head start into Nigeria's biggest stories of the day. From the Dailies, news that talks to you, only on Melody 107.7 FM, Lagos.
From the pages of Nigeria's top
All right, you're tuning into your radio station, Melody 107.7 FM, and it's from the Dailies. We took some headlines earlier on before we took, that time out. All right, so our phone lines are now open in case you have any of the stories that resonate with you. Before we dive into the other papers that we have with us, you can call via 0906 201 1077. Again, 0906 201 1077 or 0704 800 1077. Again, 0704 800 1077. And we are also live on Facebook. You can drop any comments there. Okay, and now I have with me on the Ghana newspaper with the big bold one, Osun 2026 will 1.9 million electorate win. Moving on, refineries will work again.
Let's see if we can pick that call and hear what the All right, good morning. What's your name and where you are calling us from?
Yeah, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Roland.
This is not Roland.
It's Israel.
This is
and Matthew.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so your name and where you are calling us from?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm Mr. Abumajid.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, right.
All right, please go ahead with your thought.
Kudos to you people.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I would like to comment on this senator. This Osun senator representing Osun East.
Mm.
You can see that guy, hello?
We are with you, please go ahead.
Okay. You can see that kind of careless statement from a caliber or from a man of such caliber. You can see such a careless statement from coming out from his mouth. Meanwhile, he now said this. He said this that went viral. He's not trying to deny all what he said, knowing fully well that he has been implicated. I don't know our saying is it do or die? The election or any election at all? Is it do or die? Must we kill ourselves because of the election? I don't know. Please, that kind of statement from man of from a senator like that, I don't know. Police just released him just after many hours, after like 2 hours. He was just released. Somebody that's supposed to be in detention up to now. Is that not a speech? Is that not a speech? And meanwhile, we are to the ordinary person now. He has been arrested and they still be holding the person up to now. But because of caliber, so I don't know. See Nigeria, I don't know.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for your contribution,
Thank you. He was talking about Senator Fadahunsi, that's Francis, who made the APC senator who made that claim that that was issuing a death threat to a court party.
Well, I kind of reason along with what he's saying that people who are public office holders should be more sensitive in the way they talk, their utterances. Should be well guided. And he was saying that if it was not somebody of that caliber, like person would have been made to face the full wrath of the law. Though he came back later to debunk that statement and deny, the gravity of that statement, saying that was not what it meant. All right, now let me take from the Guardian newspaper. ICPC recovered 24 billion naira from ghost workers. So this is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. 2027. Makinde picks SSS ex-DG Daura as running mates, Advocates Party Alliance. And that's also on page 3 for details. All right, the coalition seeks closure of a terrorist reintegration program. What do you have to say about this? The coalition is seeking closure of terrorist reintegration program. When people have committed so many atrocities, and then one day you just declare them discharged and acquitted, and granting them amnesty.
The issue is not even that they are declaring them that liberty and all of those things. It's not bad if somebody who have become a criminal now becomes somebody that we can trust and all of those things, but don't just announce. Show us the process they went through.
Exactly.
Let us know that they've gone through a particular
so that they don't become a threat to the society.
Exactly. Not only to the society, even themselves. They want to prove to themselves that, and all of those things, harm people that they have offended, people that took them, and go after people unnecessarily, and all of those things. Well, those are some things that the developed nations use. That's why I'm not criticizing it, because there's a way they turn people who have been offenders, they rehabilitate them, and they become military personnel, even for the government, for the state, and working for the country. However, in our own case, we have to see that these people are coming from somewhere. You don't just announce them because they've mentioned with their mouth, I will change. That people don't change like that. If people change, a lot of us would have changed because of that start. So when I'm telling you, people should not change. People don't change by just mouth. There's a belief system that has to be installed in them. It's like you are rewiring them.
The orientation.
Exactly. That's what they are doing. But show us the process. Have they been going through some of these things? Who is taking them through it? How many years or how many months have they been in some of these things? What are the things you've seen that you can see as traits that they've really changed? And also, what are the tests that they've passed? Then before you can, not just that you announce people because they've mentioned something like that, and that's what I believe.
All right, military launches offensive against Lakurawa, others in the northwest. Okay, moving on. NHRC Action Aid raised the concerns over hate speech disputes ahead of 2027 polls. All of these are on the front page of the Guardian newspaper.
All right, let's take our final newspaper this morning. That's the Vanguard newspaper. And boldly written is that of the Osun election again, says factors that will decide Adeleke, Oyebamiji, Salam, others fate. The factors, you find those factors on page 5 as they decide their fate tomorrow. This in Osun State. And on page 21, there's feeding crisis that rocks the prison. That rocks. I don't know. Do you have anything to say about this? Feeding crisis rocks prison. So away from that, on page 10, attacks bigger than winning. Makinde picks ex-DSS DGs that were as running mates. Wow, that's coming from Makinde. You find that on page 10. Then on page 9, drug war. Ogun Custom hands over 16.7 billion cannabis to NDLEA. Where are these dogs coming from? And they are always in their billions, not millions, not thousands, always in their millions. Well, please, kudos to the Ogun State Customs, and kudos to NDLEA. There was one of the video I saw where they were debunking, where they were working on dismantling one particular truck, and you need to see not even drugs now. That truck was bringing goods that were not appropriately, that did not go through the appropriate channel, so it was like they were smuggling it into the country. And only God knows how they got to know that information, because nobody would have thought that there is a good inside the way they packed everything and all of those things. But it must have been a first-hand information, and kudos to them for all of those. Nigeria's refineries will soon bounce back. I think we've discussed this. This is coming from Tinubu. And from the state police, presidential working group extend deadline for memorandum on xenophobia. No request received yet from South Africa on repatriation cost, according to federal government on page 8 and page 19. NIA backs NICOM as 7 firms clear orders. 2027 poll. It's a warning to hate speech. HHRC tells federal government. So let me take this finally this morning. The Mr. and Miss Friday Master